Hey, it's Tom here. Good news. We're opening up our one-to-one platinum mentoring program when we have 2 spots available right now. So if you're looking for a mentor to give you the guidance, support, accountability, and all of the systems to ensure you're going to make 6 figures in the next 12 months, even if you're a complete beginner, you have no prior experience and you don't have any good technical skills, you want to go to ltsmentor.com. That's ltsmentor.com. You're going to fill in a short application and you're going to book a call so you can speak to myself and the team. So go to ltsmentor.com to apply now.
Do you suffer with this? Now, this is a little bit of a little bit ominous, but don't worry. So in business, a lot of people think that the golden bullet is the new strategy, the new step, new process, new business model. Well, truth be told, these are very important hard skills that you require as an entrepreneur, and business acumen is very important. But we believe that the Pareto's law applies to most things, and this does. This very much fits into that 20% of the category, and we've seen this across our students and across ourselves, to be really brutally honest. So 20%, only 20%, is really part of that business acumen, the stuff that makes you successful. So what's the other 80%? The other 80%, truthfully, is mindset. Now, what is mindset in particular? That is the self-belief that you can actually do what you're going to do. It's that programming your brain, your iOS, your operating system, the way you work. And very often where we've seen people let down is usually by self-sabotage, and it's usually from something called imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome, in short, is very much in the name, is you do not believe you belong. You do not believe that you deserve the success that you are or are not having. And therefore, you essentially put yourself back into the space that you came from, where you started. And very often, it's honestly, it's often what causes ultimate failure. And that's you, self-sabotage through imposter syndrome. Now, how do you identify imposter syndrome? Well, it's a feeling of lack of worth. I don't deserve this. Why am I here? You feel very out of place. You feel uncomfortable. And we've all felt this. I've felt this before early on in my career in business. So I put a couple of points together that hopefully help you guys along the way in overcoming this. Because as I said, 80% of success in business is your mindset. And very often, imposter syndrome can be that flicks you off from success or to failure. So my top four sort of steps with regards to overcoming imposter syndrome. So one, becoming aware. Because most people entering into business, let's face it, we've been there, or we can be going for it, is you're sort of like, is this what it's meant to feel like? It feels uncomfortable, it doesn't feel right. Oh, but becoming aware of when, in particular, these feelings come up. It could be when you're public speaking, if you public speak. It could be in a very specific, example. I knew someone who got very uncomfortable going to the bank because their relationship with money, regardless of their business. It could be when you come to make an offer, presenting a piece of value to a customer. It could be when you're marketing. These feelings might come up at very specific points. So actually becoming aware of when these come, much the same as any form of blocking activity within yourself, becoming aware is really important. 2, focus on learning mindset. I focus on learning how to actually reprogram your brain holistically. How do I holistically become a better version of myself? How do I become more like where I want to go? More like somebody? How do I become a better version of myself in becoming more positive, in becoming more focused, in becoming more receptive to the feedback that I am getting as a business person? Because let's face it, as business people, we can get a lot of stuff thrown at us. We can. It's just part of life, more so than you can if you were in other places of work or life. Let's face it, you can get a lot of stuff. And ultimately, we have control over nothing. The only thing we have control of is the way that we react to things. So the ability to reprogram and become better at handling that will ultimately lead to you not feeling these feelings. 3, focus on the fact, not the feeling. And this is where actually being able to remove emotion away from decision making becomes so valuable. So Richard Branson, in his book, I think it was Finding My Virginity, something like that. It's a good book. Do check it out, Richard Branson. But he talks about, he got very angry, I think it was British Airways, for something that happened. And in his anger, he wrote a letter. In his wisdom, he actually put that letter away into a drawer, and he actually reread it the morning after. Why did he do that? Because he removed the anger, he removed the emotion out of his decision. So being able to actually look at things in terms of fact, as in maybe it is that, you are, for example, public speaking. This is a really good example, actually. So from myself, so I had a background in property, UK real estate, if you like. And I remember doing a bit of public speaking. And I remember turning up, this was with Tom in the early days of us knowing each other. And we had a room full of about 200 people. And Tom said, come up, speak about your experiences in property. And I felt to myself, who am I to talk about this? I think I had 1 or 2 houses at the time in my portfolio. I felt very, very out of place. And what I did was I got up on stage, and do you know the first thing I did in front of 200 people was I actually went, hands up, who's actually got property? And do you know what? I think about 2 or 3 people put their hands up out of a room of 200 people. I gauged the audience. And I looked at the facts. I was the one there out of that entire room who probably had more property than anyone else in that room. I had probably more experience than the majority of people in that room, and I had genuine experience. I felt such an imposter to start with, but I looked at the facts and I went at it forwards. I remember when I had no property, going to a networking event and speaking about it. And I looked at the facts. I spoke about, here's what my education is. This is what I want to do. Here are my goals. This is the value I add. I spoke in very factual forms. So think about the facts, not the feelings. What are the facts? Not what are the feelings. Because very often we are driven by emotion. Finally, just do it. Get out there. Push yourself. Be. Don't want to be. And this is honestly one of the biggest bits of advice I found was don't sit there thinking about it, dilly-dallying. Make your decision move. Time is valuable. And actually the ability of just getting out there, doing it, gaining experience, not being afraid of making mistakes. That honestly makes a huge difference to you pursuing and overcoming. There's a great saying by, I think it's Chris Hadfield, I think, the astronaut. He said, things are not scary, people are scared. I think that's really interesting. If you can understand something, you will overcome the fear. Our fear comes from lack of understanding. So if you understand your subject matter and you become passionate, there is no need to feel that feeling. So yeah, guys, I hope that's been helpful. Tonight is the night. We have got a live masterclass. So I want you guys to check it out. I want you guys to come join us tonight. It's going to be really good. There is a link in the description. I'm not going to go on too much about it, but it's live Q&A with myself, Tom, and Casper. We're going to answer all your questions when it comes to online business, affiliate marketing, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a really, really good evening.
Hey guys, it's Tom Ash. We hope you guys have enjoyed the episode as much as we've loved putting it together for you. Please guys, do us a huge favour. Hit that love button, hit that subscribe button, and review us on Apple iTunes. We do read the comments. We want to improve our content and give you guys the best that we've got. Equally, the best comment, guys, we will shout you guys out, and we are giving out free courses. So guys, please come hit that love button, leave us a review, and we'll catch you on the next podcast, guys. All the best. Take care.